Jersey Mike's always claims to be a sub above, and recently, for a limited time only, they've introduced a slow roasted chicken breast. And today, we're going to be reviewing one of those offerings from that slow roasted chicken breast because what I have here is the spicy chicken Italian. Now, to be fair, Jersey Mike's is probably my favorite chain sub shop because they've encapsulated really what a mom and pop sub shop wants to be like, kind of feels like. And growing up on the East Coast where we have a million of them, Jersey Mike's is probably the one chain that comes as close as they can to being one of those homegrown sub shops. And, you know, coming from Jersey, I can understand it because Jersey Mike's, if you didn't know, was made originally in New Jersey. Now, you might be wondering, what gives me the right to review a sandwich? Well, for those who don't know, in my late teens, early adulthood, I worked at a mom and pop sub shop, and I still make subs all the time for myself for work, and my coworkers are always amazed with how great they look, how great they smell, and you know, I know how great they taste, but they always think they taste amazing. So, for that matter, the slow roasted chicken breast is going to be interesting to me because I went with the spicy Italian because I like a little bit of flair to my sandwich, and I had thought this reminded me a little bit of one of my favorite Subway sandwiches from when I was a kid, which was the chicken pizziola, because what they have similar is the chicken breast, provolone cheese, pepperoni, but where they differ is Subway's chicken pizziola throws a marinara sauce on it. Jersey Mike's has opted to throw their hot pepper relish on here, which I think is going to make it a little bit more interesting. Now, as you can tell, I went with the rosemary parmesan bread because, well, to me personally, it's the best bread from Jersey Mike's, and I think it also fits this sandwich quite well. I'm excited to try this. I did go for a giant, which was about 20 bucks. You know, I hate how expensive food has gotten these days, but your boy had a gift card, so it didn't cost me a damn thing, and I am perfectly fine with that. So let's get into this. This sandwich here, as I mentioned, is slow roasted chicken breast, pepperoni, provolone cheese, and their hot pepper relish. Now, it actually smells pretty damn good, so I'm excited to take these first couple bites. Now, what I like about this sub, and the first thing is because the slow roasted chicken breast is only a limited time thing for now, we kind of have to dive into that. Because the chicken is very tender, very flavorful, not super chewy, not hard to pull off like when you're biting it, it just kind of breaks. The slow roasted chicken, in my opinion, they should keep around because one of the big things that I've had a gripe with Jersey Mike's too is that their menu is very classic, right? I like customization. And to me, if I was able to customize it on the app, because I did order it online, I would have thrown some lettuce on here just to give it a little bit more of a crunch. That's probably just my own personal preference. I don't know if anyone else would have done that. But, you know, I always think their menu could be doing more, but it's that classic sub shop menu. You have your club subs, your club supremes. They got cheesesteaks. They have like portobello mushroom sandwiches now, also that they introduced a couple years ago. But aside from that, it doesn't really deviate from that classic style mom and pop sub shop. And that's perfectly fine for people who like those basic, I don't want to say basic, but those traditional subs. You know, when I was in the sub shop back in the day, I always made wacky creations, like my buffalo chicken banger, or I would make cheesesteaks and throw like chopped up burger into it. Like I would kind of make fat sandwiches to an extent as well. And I would like to mix and match things that you wouldn't normally see. And, you know, I can understand for a chain, you can't really always do that because you got to keep a certain standard. Not all restaurants or, you know, every spot would probably want to adopt these new menu items. So I don't know how it works in terms of like what they decide to make or not, but I like this because it is finally breaking off that path a little bit of what Jersey Mike's traditional menu is. You know, for a while, I had always wondered why they didn't have slow roasted chicken breast. Like, even their chicken bacon ranch sandwich is using like the cheesesteak chicken instead of like a chicken breast, which I think chicken breast would work a lot better with that, in my own personal opinion. And I'm happy that this is on the menu now. I just hope somehow, some way, it stays along. Now, flavor-wise, what I'm really getting a lot of, and I'm going to be honest, is that pepper relish. And that's fine. But I'm not really getting a lot of everything else in terms of the flavor. Like, I would think the pepperoni would stick out a little bit more. I taste the cheese on the bread, but, like, if you're looking at it, there's hella cheese melted on this bread. Perfectly fine for me. The chicken you do taste after you get through the pepper relish. But I'm not really tasting any of the pepperoni, if we're being honest. And maybe that's just an attestament of, like, the pepperoni mixing with the pepper relish. But for what it's worth, this is a good sandwich. I am finding myself impressed with this. It is very tasty. This is something I would wish they would keep on the menu. And, you know, personally, as my own things, I think Jersey Mike's should be coming out with more menu varieties, even for just a limited edition type of promo, to try to get more people in the door. Like, I'm not saying Jersey Mike's is struggling or anything, because they're always packed when I go in there. People love Jersey Mike's, but at least for me, I would love a rotation of just like crazy menu items, like something like this, you know? And if they sell, keep it on the menu. Now, the spicy chicken Italian is good. I think it could be a little bit spicier, in my own personal opinion. You know, maybe throw some jalapenos on here, or some banana peppers, or something else. I do like that they're using the pepper relish, though, versus like a marinara sauce, because it gives it a little bit of a tang to it, right? And that's perfectly fine. So, for what it's worth, if I was going to rate this, give it about an 8, maybe an 8.3. You know, it's a good tasting sub. Again, I wish the app gave me a little bit more customization for it. Next time I know to kind of order in store, throw some extra stuff on it. But this is good. Again, I went with the spicy chicken Italian because I think, you know, if you would have went with like the regular chicken breast sub, you would get your lettuce, tomato, onion. It would be your traditional, almost like California chicken. Then you can kind of make a club out of that if you want to add bacon and whatnot. But the quality of the chicken breast, I think, is really what I was in here for. And it's tasty. It's flavorful. It's nice and tender, which is really what you want from a good chicken breast. And it doesn't taste like that fake chicken that you would get from other, like, chain sub shops, right? It tastes like real chicken, which is good, which says to the quality that Jersey Mike's is, you know, implementing here. I do like this. I really hope this sells enough that they do keep it on the menu, or keep it on like a rotation where they bring it back every so often, because I kind of think, you know, having a chicken breast on your menu, not just using like the chicken cheesesteak for everything, is probably a positive sense, right? That's my little opinion on this, guys. If you've tried Jersey Mike's new slow roasted chicken breast, what did you think of it? Did you get the spicy chicken Italian? Did you get the regular like chicken breast sub? Did you customize it? Let me know down in the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching, guys. Welcome to 2025. This is my first review of the year, and I will catch you next time. See ya. Bye.